We all want to be seen as significant, competent, and likable. Again, we all want to be seen as significant, competent in what we do, and likable. Now, I'll ask managers and leaders, would you rather be liked or respected? What's the answer I hear 99.9% of the time? Respected. Respected. And if you observe people's behavior interacting with others, what does it demonstrate you want to be? Liked. Liked. Nothing wrong with that. We all want to be liked. Think about, who have you had to hold accountable for inappropriate something? How well do you do it? Do you do it in a timely manner? So these are all supporting different behaviors. Now, on the flip side of that, looking the improving side, what do you do to look for a better way? Look for a better way. What do you do? What process do you have to find new and better ways to do things? On all of the commitments for yourself. I work on my golf game all the time. 7 years ago, I made a commitment to become as good a skier and as good a golfer as I could become with limited time. I travel a lot. And I remember going to the pro that I started. I never had a lesson in my life. Didn't play much golf, shot 100. He said, hit some balls. I hit some balls. And he looks at me and he says, you've never had any lessons? And with pride, I said, no. He says, well, it shows. Then he asked me a question. He said, how good do you want to be? What a great question. How good do you want to be? And I thought, and I said, you know, I'd like to be a single-digit handicap and play to it. I said, no, I don't have a lot of time, this and that. And he said, okay, are you willing to spend a couple hours a week working on things? I said, I could do that. Think about, you know, we all talk about time and, you know, the time compression and overworked. Every one of us has 10 or 15 minute segments in a day that we're not utilizing as well as we could. You want to be a better piano player? You play the piano for 10 minutes a day. You'll never play in Carnegie Hall. You will get better. You will get better. You want to be a better communicator? Well, here's a question. Do we need to think in order to speak in our native language? Do you need to think to speak in your native language? Yes? No? No. You know, I mean, things just roll out of our mouth. Native language. Now, my wife is French, and I don't speak much French. I have to constantly, what's this word? What am I looking for? I have to think because it's not my native language. Next question. Do you have to think in order to communicate effectively? You bet you do. And how often don't we? We just, especially if you're good with words and you're good at talking, you wing it. Without taking a few minutes up front to say, what's my desired result? What do I want to get better at? What's the message I want this person to hear? It doesn't take a lot of time. It takes a focus. What we focus on is what we become. What we become. So I found myself with my golf game and my skiing. I got a coach. I said, I'm going to get better, and I work at it. I keep the golf clubs in the car. I go by the driving range. I'll take 15 minutes. I'll hit 20 shots. I'll work on a couple things, and it's become a journey to see how good I could become. I brought my clubs with me. I'm going to play golf tomorrow. I mean, I got into a point in my life where I'm certainly closer to the end than I am the beginning, and I want to make sure that I enjoy it all. So what do you do to look for a better way? And build